All right, we're in the finals. I'm going to keep this hand on the draw. Once again, we're running 18 lands, so it feels a little bit safer to keep a hand like this. All right, well, we have the build your own shock. We're just a land away from pulling it off. Another blue-white deck. All right, let's discard... Oh, I guess we can discard the greeting. Do we want to take out the priest or the fogwalker? I guess the priest is overall going to be better, so we'll take that out. All right, so I guess we still started off with Weaver. I don't know if I'm really in a position to not block the Forgotten Creation, however. So we are going to block that. Especially since Make Mischief actually doesn't... Make Mischief doesn't do anything to either of his guys. Ooh, Abyssinian Missionaries, okay. So we got our fourth land here. We can play the Maniac, so that at least offers a trade. Also gives us some... Makes best use of mana and makes some fodder for us. A little bit of block fodder. Okay. So I guess if he flips his missionaries, I can altered ego it, and it does stay as the flipped copy. Ah, Near Chaplain. Well, got some good news about that. There's a reduced ashes. See, I would prefer to do that. I don't really want to make Mischief right now. It feels like a bit of a waste. Like, I'm willing to let him gain the life. I'd rather use the Make Mischief to take out the spirits afterwards. I guess I play the Mercurial Geist here. And then we'll pass. Okay, well, that's scary. Let's figure this out. So this can block this. This can block this. This can block this. Aha, okay. That's quite the brutal blowout. All right, so we get our fifth land. Not really in a position to play the journal anymore. Guess we can reduce this. Still left with fairly bad blocks, though. Guess it's still the choice. I don't want to deal with those tokens later. Let's see. Is there any way I could have blocked to not get blown out by Borrowed Grace? I don't think so. I have found Borrowed Grace to be remarkably good in this format, like exceptionally good. Considering how close on the surface it kind of feels to a card like Ethereal Guidance, it is, you know, exponentially better. It honestly could not be more of a different card than Ethereal Guidance. It in every way, shape, or form, it is different and better. Okay, so I guess I can do Make Mischief. I'm just sort of buying time now, though. I'm in a pretty tough spot. I guess it's all I've got. I'm not doing anything anymore. The Borrowed Grace got us. Yeah, I guess the problem is I have to block. Well, I only have to block 2 of his guys, I guess. So I guess we try and kill something here. So let's still try and kill the missionaries, I think. Because otherwise I'd have to triple block the Faith Bearer Paladin. Okay. Let's go to game 2. Sideboard, so we could do turn aside, but that doesn't do anything about his combat tricks, so that doesn't seem like a good plan. Invasive Surgery, I don't think he showed us sorceries, he showed us instants. Deny Existence is fine, but I'm not really excited by it in this matchup, so I think we're just going to stick to the same plan here. Would like to play first. Yeah, this hand's okay. Uncaged Fury with Ulrich's Kindred is actually pretty nice together. Weaver here. I think I'm actually going to go Kindred. This might persuade him to play something that Weaver can deal with as well. I may have actually wanted to play the Forest there. I was trying to hide the Forest so he didn't know that I could make it indestructible when it attacks next turn. But I'm not sure if that's optimal idea. Okay, well, guess it doesn't really matter now, so let's swing with Kindred and play Mercurial Geist. If he wants to leave up 1 mana with Priest to tap down our Geist this early in the game, I think it's fine for us. We can eventually get our Weaver of Lightning online. For now, it's in our best interest to just make the best use of mana. We also have a Reduced Ashes to give us some protection. And I'll play around the Borrowed Grace at this point. I forget if I would have died from, I think I would have died from Borrowed Grace had I not blocked at all, right? And I basically could have maybe thrown a creature to the wolves and taken a boatload of damage but not died of Borrowed Grace, but maybe he just wouldn't have played Borrowed Grace at that point. So, like I said, Borrowed Grace is just such a phenomenally powerful limited card. Very versatile, very well costed. There's just really no downside to that card at all. A phenomenal card, combat trick. Alright, looks like he's ready to do some tapping. tapped at. So let's play the forest. Let's swing here. Tapping the kindred. All right. So we'll swing with the Geist. And we'll follow up with a Weaver of Lightning. If we draw a land next turn, we can just kill our opponent. Ah, Broken Concentration. Okay. I wonder if are counterspells just more prevalent in this format now? Probably. I actually don't think so. I also don't think blue-white has been a super prevalent color combination. So this has been a sort of unusual draft, even by this format standards, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I've had some very unusual matches in this format, but okay, so can altered ego my own Mercurial Geist. It might just be time to exile the priest. Oh, so he has an answer for my Geist as well? Okay. Well, Puncturing Light doesn't do it, so I guess it's Unsubstantiate? I think he just made a mistake there. Certainly should have tapped down the higher power creature, right? Well, I'm glad he's tapping out. Then he doesn't have to put the fear of God in us, but I was going to go for the win anyway, so let's just... Oh, wait. Do I have the win? Guess I don't yet, do I? Can only attack for 10. No, he's got to be dead. Because I attack with the Kindred, he blocks. And then I do it on this. This still gets pumped, so this... Wait. That's 4. Well, maybe it's not lethal, but we still obviously got to go for it here. Oh, well, if he's not blocking, then we're going to do it on the bigger guy and definitely kill him. Okay. Very good. So we got... Oh, he accidentally revealed his hand there, I think. No need to show us his goodies, so... Alright. We know he's got an Ingenious Scab, which, once again... We sort of, I guess, wanted to make this deck happen a little bit too much, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. I mean, it turned out okay because, like I said, bomb-centric format, we got some bombs, right? We got the Altered Ego, which I do think is a bomb. Drowneyard Behemoth is pretty bomby, despite not being a rare, and Lashweed Lurker is kind of a bomb, too. So, we have some bombs. Not as good as our opponent from round 2's deck, but this does seem like a deck that we can beat. Our Weavers can reliably take care of Sigardian Priests, at least alongside the Make Mischief, so let's hope for that. And still anything worth deny existencing? I don't think so. So let's try this again. Alright, this hand is certainly good enough. Insatiable Gorgers does some work. And we have all 3 colors to boot, so what more can you ask for? Keep having the 3-drop dilemma. Do we prefer the Brazen or do we prefer the Scholar? I feel like Brazen into Gorger is pretty slick, though. That's a nice little combination of attackers. And even Brazen into Drag Under is quite good. All right. Well, having Drag Under here is going to be good for us to at least deal with the Lone Rider, which I suspect he's going to Borrowed Grace and flip. All right, let's swing with the Wolves. I guess he just taps it. And we'll follow up with the Gorger. So we at least have a pretty sizable army at the moment. And an upside is, once again, we're saving this Drag Under for when he Borrowed Grace and gets that Lone Rider online, because we're going to need it. I'd settle for a Greeting. We're going to have to attack with Gorger, though, which could be pretty problematic. Because if he has Borrowed Grace, he's just going to be able to eat our Gorger with the Lone Rider. So I guess I'm kind of wondering. I guess now he's only going to be able to tap one. Ah, there's our reduced ashes. So we have the permanent answer for Lone Rider. Excuse me. So the best use of mana is reduce, because then we can follow up with Reckless Scholar plus Drag Under next turn. So I guess let's let him tap for now. You know, I may actually just want to reduce the Lone Rider, because he can't really attack with his priests. If he does, we're just cracking back for more damage. So I think we are actually going to reduce the guy that can flip and gain life. I'd rather have him keep his mana. I mean, he can attack with one priest and try and keep the other tapped down, I guess. That is an option, but I mean, he's got to deal with these dudes. And I think the Lone Rider is just one way for him to sort of win in the longer game. I mean, Priest is going to be a bit of an annoyance, but I think I can deal with it, especially if I find a Weaver and do something with Drag Under and Rush, you know? Discarding Apothecary Geist, okay. All right, we got pretty good value here, since now he's going to be able to still attack in and keep something tapped down. All right, let's figure this out. So I guess we play our green land now. We can tap our guy. We'll play the Scholar. And do we want to Drag Under? If I'm going to Drag Under, I probably want to do it first. I guess I do. We're starting to get a bit behind here. So we'll Drag Under first. Lurker's very good. All right. Play our Scholar and pass. We're actually close to just hard casting Lurker. We're just 2 lands away. That's not bad. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of him drawing as many cards as he is off those clues, but c'est la vie. Wait, that expression doesn't work there, does it? No attacks. Well, that's curious. All right. I'm trying to understand exactly what that means. So Do we want a Scholar first? I guess so. Alright, we're going to discard the land despite the old lurker doing something spicy there. Let's get in. I'm going to keep up the rush for now. Alright. So he's got broken concentration mana up. I could actually alter to ego now and do Gorger, because it feels as though he's probably got broken concentration. So if I do a big ego on like a Gorger, that does have to attack. It's going to be big, though, and with Rush, it could be our ticket to victory. The problem is he can keep it tapped down with the Priest, but the more... He's not going to just infinitely be able to keep my threats tapped down. And it does maximize a pretty good amount of our mana here. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of on board with that. So we make a 7/5 Gorger. That can't be countered. And he can try, and he might accidentally forget that it can't be countered. He did. Which is perfect. Well, I guess it would have been. Do I want to copy the Spell Quell here instead now? It's a spirit, I guess, but he would have been able to counter our Mercurial guy, so I did end up making the right choice here. I guess maybe now it makes sense to do the Spell Queller because it flies over top. I think it's more... It might actually be better for us to do the Gorger, though, because the Gorger gets 7 power, and with Rush of Adrenaline, it might just be what we need to win. Because he's going to have to leave up to 2 mana, I guess, to tap. Well, he can always get in with the Fogwalker, too. That's something I got to keep in mind. If I copy the Spell Queller, I get a 4/5, so I can attack in and block his Spell Queller, unless he's tapping on... Maybe it is better to get the Flyer, make him attack with the Fogwalker, and then we can at least crack back evasively, or he has to tap down our Flyer. Yeah, I don't know, actually. It feels like, especially since the Gorger has to attack each turn. Alright, let's copy the Spell Queller. And like I said, the only reason I'm really doing the Spell Queller here is because it flies, so I can at least keep his Spell Queller back. It's less damage, but it also does not have to attack. And either way, he can tap it down with the Priest. Wow, my opponent has a lot of Sigardian Priests. What's that card? Destroy... Oh my god. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen that many. So he can tap down 2 of our guys. Guess I still want to use Scholar to find something better here for us. Takes it. So, I guess I can Scholar first. Although, if I had rushed plus Uncaged Fury, if I drew it, I guess I could have killed him. That's all right. Let's do it here. Weaver. All right. So let's just ditch this Fury Blade, and the bonus of this is we can play Weaver. We can start dealing with his guys, as well as keep down the Fogwalker. You can't tap it. and we can block some things. Do we die to Blessed? 3, 6, 9, 13. Yeah, I guess we do die to that. Well, he didn't have it, so I guess that's good news. But, oh, jeez. Okay, well, let's scholar ourselves again. Well, there's the Uncaged Fury. So let's ditch. I guess Behemoth, since it can get tapped down. So let's see if he just taps all of our dudes, minus the Weaver. So if I play the Lurker, I can get rid of one of his attackers. We have the means to victory here, so I kind of feel like it's in our best interest to get rid of a priest so we can attack with one of our dudes next turn. I'm going to have to sack something, though, so let's play the Lurker. Let's sack. If he only has 3 dudes he can tap down, he'll tap down this dude, he'll tap down my flyer, he'll tap down this dude. As long as one of my dudes gets through, we should be good. So maybe we do sack the Scholar here. That also lets me go rush Uncaged Fury and kill another priest after I put one on top of his deck. So I think that makes sense. So we'll sack our Scholar. And we'll put a priest on top of his deck. And we'll pass. All right. So we still don't die to... We just basically have to make sure we don't die to Blessed. The Blessed the thingy. And he's busy tapping our guys down. He's also attacking, which is pretty bold. I guess we block the Fogwalker. Because I don't need the Weaver. He can only tap 3 of my dudes anyway. Plus, if he wants to play more spells, I'm okay with that too. Oh, maybe I should have blocked the Spell Queller, but then I would have actually... Well, I guess I don't care if he plays Borrowed Grace. Alright, so let's get in there. We have all the goods we need to win here, I believe. So he has 2 mana. I don't know if I'm in any real position to play around... Think about this. Well, I mean... Alright. Alright. Because he can crack back for... Well, we die to Borrowed Grace regardless, right? 3, 6, 10. Because he's got everything tapped down. Even if I kill a priest... would still die to Borrowed Grace. The thing is, only an Uncaged Fury is all I need to be lethal. I think I'm just in no position to play around a bounce spell. So let's attack with both. Because I died to Borrowed Grace anyway. Feels as though he probably has. A bounce spell. Which means, what can I do about that? I'm not sure I have a way to beat a bounce spell, do I? I can play the rush on the... I can make him bounce the Weaver instead of our Spell Queller Altered Ego dude. I'm not sure if that does anything. I mean, we're going to have to play both spells anyway, right? Because Weaver is going to have to kill something. Alright, I guess we just do it. I think he's got a bounce spell, but like I said, I can't play around it here. Oh, got it. I was trying to think of some way to play around it, but we didn't have it. All right, well, went 2-1 with a deck that I really had some serious concerns. Wasn't going to be able to make the cut here, but we did. So got the combo off with the old rush, the old-fashioned triple Shadows over Innistrad, Uncaged Fury, Rush of Adrenaline synergy. This time with the added bonus of Mercurial Geist, which makes it pretty insane. I mean, the deck had some of the combo pieces. I'm glad I got to at least show you Drownyard Behemoth once, right? And I think we won our first match with it. So I'm sure there's still some people thinking I should have taken the Alchemist. At least a few people questioning why I didn't take the Alchemist over the Behemoth. Keep in mind, it was pretty early. Like, I was still kind of hoping I'd find some 1 and 2 drops. Although blue, I guess, doesn't really have a lot of great 1 and 2 drops, does it? So I guess that's a bit of the challenge, but... a bit out of sync with what Alex Stephenson usually does, right? Playing 18 lands, and we still made it work. So I hope you enjoyed the draft. I'll take 2-1 with this pile. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for future drafts, my friends. Have a good one.